Hi, this is Glenda. This is yet another Scenic card technique, and I really wish I was my daughter at this point because she does these and they turn out really pretty. She has a much lighter hand with them somehow, and they're just lovely. But I will show you a basic technique and you can run with it any way you like. So here's my early attempts, and I'm trying to refine it a little bit and make it a bit better, but anyway, I'll show you what I've been doing. So again, just a basic piece of cardstock, relatively smooth, not shiny or anything. I'm going to use my bit of torn paper for a mask, put it any old where, hope it sticks. And I've got some broken china, and somewhere, it's hard to spot because it's clear, just a piece of acetate cut to a cloud shape, just a packing piece. And I will try this stencil technique with the clouds, but each one I've done so far I've gone back and got my picket fence distress because I've messed the clouds up every time, so I've just covered them up again. But we'll see how we go. This is something my daughter, again, does a whole lot better. I'm trying to encourage her to make a video. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I used to be able to do this better, but since I've favoured the other technique with the distress stain, I've sort of, I don't know, you tend to lose things that you... I'm babbling. Yes, you lose the ability if you have a preference for doing it a different way, I think, if that makes sense. Okay, so there's my sky, and take the other half of the piece of paper and mask the top. I've got some shabby shutters. Just going to cover this with the green. And then, if I can find where I put it, I've got an embossing folder with a tree on it. This one's called Sycamore, but obviously any tree will do. And I'm going to put it to one side a bit so it's coming off the page. I'll just go and run that through. Okay, now at this point my daughter painstakingly colours in the trunk, and it looks great, and I started to, and I'm so lazy that it just didn't happen. So I've just got a sponge dauber and some walnut stain, and I'm just going to very lightly go over the trunk. You do want to try and not go outside the frame of the tree, if that makes sense. I've got some acrylic paint, Some of this I have had since high school, which is impressive as how it's lasted. A lot of it dried up, but some of it's still going. And a stipple brush. We're just going to stipple on the greenery. Okay, just dry that off. And now my clouds are covered up, they don't look too bad. Funny about that. Now I'm going to take some mowed lawn, I think, and this grassy stamp, which I think is from Heartfelt Creations. They've got a Scenic set. And let's see, this is another one out of the set. It's just some grass. And this one's more a reedy one, and it's out of something else altogether that I can't remember. And some peeled painting. Okay, I tried stamping on the last one, and then I remembered I had these punches, and I thought, well, that's something I haven't done in the other videos. So I've got my little cat. And some birds on a wire. Which I should put down to punch because I'm making a mess. I started snipping off these little connector bits till I realised they were the tails of the birds. Some glue on the birds. If it would come out. I have a little one of those advertising magnets that you get stuck backwards just next to where I work, and I keep on it my pin for unblocking, a needle for ribbon, a needle for beading, and a loop turner, and they just hang there, and then they're quite handy and I don't keep losing them, which is a handy little hint. People are always giving their craft room hints, so that's one of mine. I'm not sure I'm keen on the birds, but I've got to do something. Put my little pussycat down. He's not thinking about eating the birds at all. And let's see, just got an Inktense pencil and an aqua brush. Just bring in that horizon line a bit, which I don't like that green. Probably the same one, never mind. And just put in a few little squiggly bits. They do look better when they dry, which I don't like this green either. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm absolutely no artist whatsoever, but it's fun, and as it dries it mellows in a little bit more anyway. And I'll just grab a brown. Just do the tree trunk a bit more. Oh, the other thing I did on the last ones before I stuck the birds on, which obviously I have missed that little window of opportunity, but just take some mowed lawn and just go over the tree a bit. It just brings out a bit more brightness in it. But yeah, it would have been better to do that before I put the birds on. Anyway, make the birds a bit green. Nobody will see it. I'll just dry that off again. Trim this down a fraction. And take the peeled paint again and another sponge and just do around the edges, because it really does bring it out a bit when you mount it. You could also distress the edges if you want, of course. that's it. So for somebody who never makes the same card twice, and no, it's technically not the same card, but it's pretty close. That's my attempts at this scenic process, so thank you for watching.